Good evening, everybody. What's going on? How we doing? Happy Friday. It's Friday. It's so nice that it's Friday. I don't know about anybody else, but I am ecstatic that it's Friday. It's been a long week. It's been a long week. Been a long week. Between back issues, neck issues, work issues, you name the issue. It was a thing. It was a thing. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Tonight's plan, Final Fantasy 14. Starting to get excited about the Final Fantasy Fiesta that happens every year by Seven Sins and BGG. So if you're a Final Fantasy fan, check out FinalFantasyFiesta.com. And you won't be disappointed. It's a race through the entire series through with two guys who know a lot about Final Fantasy, but it's ultimately an enjoyment of a celebration of the franchise, which I just really like. Tackle, what's going on? UG, hello. How are we doing tonight? So, in case you don't remember where we left off, this is nighttime. Yes, it looks like day, but this is nighttime. Here. Let's start stream off right. I'm on Mommy Kate. Oh, are the kids gone at Grandma's? Are kids at Grandma's? Num num num. They were both already in here. Why? Hi, boys. You're in a hotel room all by yourself. How did you acquire this magic? UG, the dogs, thank you. How did you acquire this magic that is mommy time by yourself? Are you allowed to have mommy time by yourself? I mean, I don't know if our kids ever really allow that, right? Hubs and best friend collude every year around my birthday to give me this. Oh, well, happy early or late or happy birthday. That's awesome. So this is, I don't know where this is. I just know that this is where we're supposed to be. I don't remember. We ended stream before we even did anything with any of the crystals. We didn't early. It's not till the end of the month. Well, that's no fun, but that's awesome. So you always get a feeling that you know it's coming, but you don't know it's coming. So by focusing your senses, you detect the flow of vastly distant currents of ether. Your connection to these energies is faint but stable, and should allow teleportation to aetherites in the source. Wifey's is the 24th? Nice. Well, happy early birthday to Mrs. UG. Okay, so I'm looking for these so I can let's get ourselves attuned to all the way up. See, that's always nice. I mean, so now what they need to do is they need to mess with you though and be like, "Hun, what are you talking about? We decided we weren't going to do that anymore this year." I mean, you didn't really want this thing, did you? You told your hubs a Steam gift card. So, did you guys see that they the Valve came out with another Steam Deck. Oh, this place is actually, ooh, that's pretty. They've just released the Steam Deck with an OLED screen. Yeah, they released one with an OLED screen. So it's like, yeah, it's like they couldn't wait. Also, where am I going? I'm going this way. Emotional damage. I mean, I don't have an emotional damage thing, UG. I just don't have it. But yeah, it's supposedly supposed to have better battery life. It's like I said, it's an OLED screen with smaller bezels. I pretend, okay? That's it. I mean, okay. I can get behind this. Is this more tuned? I feel like, where is this one at? This must be up here, right? Can I go sideways? No. I'm trying to figure this place out here, so. But yeah, I saw that, and then I saw, nope. Basically, this one was Linus Tech Tips, but I saw them talking about it, and then I saw the reviews of it, and I was like, daggone it. No, as my brain goes, first, you don't need another Steam Deck, and the rest of me goes, but it's nice. It's a thing. Brain goes, you don't need a second Steam Deck. I'm like, but it's not about if I need it. I'll take that one and I'll give that one to Mrs. First. She can play House Flipper on it. I don't know. That's awful, isn't it? Yeah, you saw reviews that said you don't need a new Steam Deck, but wait! It would be good! Says, yeah, you do. See, it's so rude, man. It's so rude. This way, I think. I'm just trying to get all of the currents here so I can do it. But wait, there's more! This is gonna be up above us. How do we get up? We get up from over here. But yeah, so I was like, okay, well, that's not gonna work there, sir. Oh. Wait, what? So we will see. I would rather, of course, the stairs are right here. I would rather take the time and either like upgrade my computer in here. You know, I mean, that's the Steam Deck's $500-600. So I was like, you know, I'd rather take that $500 or $600 and, you know, upgrade the CPU and stuff on this computer. You know, do this smart, quote unquote, responsible thing. I mean, who wants to do that? There it is. Congrats on my unwitting promotion. I've known this was coming for about 2 weeks now. So it wasn't a surprise for me. What's so fun? So Tackle, obviously you don't know what's going on. So my Spawn 1 is currently over in Europe, and she was proposed to out there. So I've known about this for, like I said, a little bit. Oh, I don't have that one yet. Yeah. So she was. What made it so funny about it though is that when the guy came over the house, and I don't know, it was probably, I was about 2 weeks before they left. He goes, "Hey, you got to talk," and I knew what was coming, you know. And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" You know. So we were sitting there talking. The next day, I'm almost positive it was the next day, my daughter is sending me texts. "Dad, did so and so say anything to you?" I'm like, "What are you talking about, hon?" "I don't know. He's just acting really strange." I'm like, "What do you mean he's acting strange?" "I don't know." I said, "I think he's gonna propose." I said, "What?" I said, "No, he's not gonna do." I said, "What do you mean he's gonna propose?" I said, well, okay, what if he does? You know, and she's asking me these questions. Oh my God, she is asking me these questions that I am being very careful how I answer them, because I'm not gonna lie to my kids, but I'm not gonna, you know, spoil something like that. So she's like, did so and so call you, talk to you, not talk to you? Did you talk to so and so, or I think call. I think she said call. I'm like, "No, honey. It's the last time I talked to them was when we were all out at my birthday." And I said, I said the last time I texted him. I said the last time I texted him was when we were all together at, you know, out for my birthday. I said, "Why? What's going on?" You know, Daddy has no idea what's going on. I know. I just think that this is going on. All my friends think he's gonna do this, and you know, all of this stuff, and I'm just dying inside, being like, "Oh, please don't ask me if he's." I'm like, "Just don't ask me if he's talked to me or not." I said, because that would be bad. I'm like, "No, hon, I don't know." Why? What's going on? Oh, well, see, with her, I'm able to do that though, Eugene. That's the beauty of it. Because she's a daddy's girl. So she'll send me messages when stuff is going on, or things like that. And so she sends me this message, and I pretty much convince her that nothing is going on, and that, if he asks, he asks. So what? It's fine. I try and kind of turned it around and be like, well, what if he does? I mean, you have to ask yourself the question. I mean, what if he does? What if he asks you to marry him? I said, is that a bad thing? Is that, you know? But yeah, I just was, the only thing I told the guy, I said, just do me a favor. Let me know the day of when you're going to do it. That way, when my phone starts blowing up, I know nothing's wrong, because I'll be at work. He goes, all right. So he sends me this message yesterday, day before. He goes, just today is the day. I'm like, okay. I'm trying to save it for when she was born. She's really weird about that kind of thing, Tackle. She does not want help for anything ever. Like, ever. First, good dad promoting spawns agents. Dude, I had to be very sneaky. And I told her when she sent me the message. She sent me the message. I was like, oh yeah. I said, and then my words were, I did not lie to you. Because I know my kid well enough to be like, Dad, you told me you didn't talk to him. I usually do too, but weddings are expensive. Well, weddings are expensive depending on what you do with them. You know, how extravagant do you want the wedding to be? I don't know where my kid is at. I know that she has. I've now attuned yourself to all of the things. I know that since she was probably 7, she's been having a scrapbook in her brain in physical form of what she wanted. But I don't know if she's gonna continue with that, you know, or what she's gonna do. So it'll be interesting. The master elders. No, we'll just. But I'm excited. I'm excited for my little girl. He seems like a good guy. I've no qualms with him. Jeez, man. True, but I had to reel in my mom and some stuff, but stuff was hard stuff. Yeah, things. Don't get me wrong. Things are expensive. I never started this up. Surprisingly, it's on my arm. It's not started. Really. How we doing tonight, Anonymous? Thank you for the bang. Oh, this is dead. That. Well, that'll do it. So where's my little charger thing? Oh, frick, I'm dropping stuff. Which is fine. I'm here for my kids either way. You were out of college? Yeah. I keep teasing her, telling her that they said, oh, you have to pay for everything for Dad. Rare to see a place so well stocked with goods, isn't it? But not here. You didn't get married until you were 29. Okay, so I got married at 20. Worth the wait. It's always worth the wait when you find that right person. I guess you're new to our city. Well, for what it's worth, you've chosen a fine sanctuary. The Exarch can throw up a banner if the sin eaters come knocking. So it's a damn sight safer in here than it is out there. Also, I just realized 22. So what you're saying is I'm the person who first time. Yes. Taters, how are we doing? So I tried to convince Spawn to go see the Marvels today, and they weren't having it. They're like, I'm tired. Tasters, I mean it Tasters works too. That's not a stupid autocorrect. Safer and more civilized too, thanks to us in the mean, we work together to procure materials and resources and craft goods to make the city life possible. This is the place to visit if you need a coat mended or a kettle forged. Work BS and neck is trying to stiffen up again. I know that feeling because Anya. So how many days are you able to be in the hotel? She is on a mommy-cation, taters. No, I took that to mean that, you know, kids were off at grandma's. She's like, nope, I'm at a hotel. I'm like, ah, you go home Sunday. Nice. Ew, an Apple product. Oh, the X-Arts Countryman, you say? Ah, I see. Well, taters, it was a surprise to Tackle. Tackle doesn't know when it's coming. Just knows it's coming sometime in the month. Well, I worked twice as hard to make you feel welcome in our city. Wouldn't it be nice if it existed without us? Holy smokes. Mel! Really? Jesus. 3 years! Thank you, sir. I guess it's 3 years. Not me. I don't buy. I don't believe that for the life of me. Well, you know what? I don't know. He normally does something different. So, points redemption. I don't have any Dix persons. I had that error that I showed you. Has it still been messing up for you? I thought I fixed that. Thought I fixed it. Doesn't mean I did fix it. It just means I thought I fixed it. I'm so glad I don't have the heart rate monitor on. The battery was dead, and I didn't realize the battery was dead. So it's currently plugged in, charging. Long growth refugees back, congregated on base. Well, what's bad is I have a second one, but the second one I have is actually one that goes around my chest, you know, here, and I think it's over here. It might be on the shelf behind me. I've always just used the armband one. That's how the Crystarium began. At the X-Arts invitation, buildings started going up, and with the help of someone curious, the office in order for a friend is coming over. It's nice. Oh, Tackle Mount are running away next month for a night. Well, that's good. Is it for Christmas? He's neither. So you wish to remain silent about your homeland. Share. Folk here will respect your wish for privacy. I am, however, more curious to see any crafting talent you might be hiding. If you ought to contribute on that front, be sure to come visit back me once you've all settled in. Just ask for Kitless, and you have a nice. Your exchange with Kitless has taught you about life in the Crystarium. Wow, is it just me, or does the game feel funky? The game feels choppy. View docs. Twitch stats. That's not what I want. She's turning 80. It's a sweet moment. You're all just old. old. And I'm gonna sort of leave it at that. Maybe. Haven't decided. Cabinet of Curiosity. Is that this? Okay, this is where I think they want me to go. Is there any other little side questy thing here? There is. There's one on the other side. Doop, 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 doop. Figure we have to get all these crazy little things out of the way or something. Where the hell is this thing at? Oh, there you are. Braggy! Braggy! You. So how's everyone doing tonight? Hopefully everyone's doing well. Taters, Tackle, I love the fact that you're getting a chance to rest. Hopefully you can get a good amount of rest to where your body is able to recuperate. Everybody, Taters, I hope the neck starts to settle down some. It's actually one of the things I've been dealing with, that and back and stuff. I was one of those things of going, okay, I was asking myself, do I want to stream tonight? I mean, Mrs. First asked me if I was streaming tonight, and I said, well, we'll see. Welcome. My name is Braggy, and I'm the master of the markets. They gave me the distinct. Oh my God, I cannot read. I knew tonight was going to be hard. I was at work, and I could not talk on the phone to customers worth a darn. I could not type anything worth a darn. More than normal. It was just bad today. I'm like, oh my gosh. Words are extremely difficult. In any case, our merchant stock a range of equipment for elves such as yourselves. So the castle. I wonder why that doesn't show up. Gonna step away for some dinner. Sounds good, UG. Wait. Why did that not? That is so weird. Why is stuff is... That is so weird. Why are you lagging behind? Rest and gaming. I'm sorry. Did you say elves? And thanks for the alert. Aye. Something wrong? Well, look, I'm not an elf. Hey, look, it's an Amaja. Let's see if we can straighten this out. See those two right in front of us? The shorter one is a Hume. The taller one is an elf, like you. That sturdy one over there is a Galgent, whilst the one with horns is a Dron. Yeah, I'm totally going to remember all this. And then you have the large scaly chops with long tails. Those would be the Zune. Amaja. Yira Cuckoo, which is apparently not the name you know them by. Now I'm curious to know which far-flung region you hail from. I'm from Eorzea, sucker. Ah, same as the Exarch, eh? Well, that explains it. You don't get much farther flung than that. We've had a few of your lot pass through in recent years, and despite their obvious learning, they've floundered over the simplest of things. Not worried, but don't worry. Should you find yourself confused by the local language or customs, I'll be here to answer any of your questions. Your exchange with Braggy has taught you about the peoples of the first. Okay. Okay. Getting on like Donkey Kong. Oh, who do we got here? What do we got? Wait. Retainers, materia vendor, melders. Edith just Edith. Gemstone trader? Move along! Nothing to see here. You're a jerk. Okay, so I think actually let's get to Chocobo Bird. Let's get Choco. Wait, you're not a Choco. Looking to procure yourself in Romero? Then I reckon you've come to the right place. 1 second, if you would, and there you have it. I've added you to our register. Pray come back whenever you're in need of a mount. Okay, so basically, yeah. So basically, it's a Chocobo board signpost thing. Those things that I never used. Yeah, that's. Well, crap. Lost 2 Corgis there. Followed me. Aww. Welcome to the Cabinet of Curiosity. Probably, yeah, no, probably. Definitely have to go up. Poor babies. The books on the shelves are free to any resident of the Crystarium to borrow. You need only put in a request. The basement archives, however, are restricted to authorized personnel only. Wow. Aren't you fun? What's up, Morin? Excuse me, miss. Have you recently come to the city, perchance? I'm quite familiar with our civic roles, you see, and well, you look nothing like anything that I know of. What? I mean to ask is, have you brought any books with you? A rumpled scroll, even a scrap of scribbled on parchment? No? Apologies, literature is something of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Librarian Morin at your service. And this humble collection is known as the Cabinet of Curiosity. As your powers of perception have likely to informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for curating all manner of tomes, documents, and other vehicles, written or aloud. As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, the damage to the recorded knowledge was no less catastrophic. We few do all that we can to preserve that wisdom. But tell me, what brings you to the cabinet today? Looking for any title in particular? Maybe a spot of academic research? I'm just exploring. Oh. So you've an interest in modern history. Excellent. Exquisite! A thorough review of recent events can often yield novel perspectives. I quite agree. If you would prefer something visual to accompany the account, then I think I have an illustrated book for children somewhere. 1 minute while I fetch it for thee. Yay! A children's book! That's what I'm talking about. Now we're on my level. Here we are. And pull up a chair and make yourself more comfortable. On with the lesson then. It's magic. He's guarding it like this book shall not be taken from me. 100 years ago, or near enough not to matter, villains known as the Warriors of Light slew the Shadowkeeper, the Steward of Darkness. In the wake of this tainted deed, light began to pour into the world as if from unseen cracks. It pooled and swelled without cease, until the day an enormous, blinding wave rose up and swept out across our star. We call this calamity the Flood of Light. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but a luminous wasteland. No. Yet, just when it seemed that all was lost, a savior appeared before us, the Oracle of Light. She stood twixt us and approaching doom. She stood twixt us and approaching doom, and by her power did she stay the flood. Thus was Norvrant, and Norvrant alone spared the fate of erasure. Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form. From the blasted emptiness descended horrors of strange and terrible aspect to bedevil the few folk who survived. These sin eaters were light incarnate, and their fulgurant presence stole the night from Norvrant's sky. Even now they circle the remaining bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh. Rawr! History lesson is over. And thus did the world become what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I would be glad to retell it for you. Or if you would rather I speak of other matters, that'd be my pleasure as well. The contents of a book may be immutable, yet depending upon one's perspective. Is this the same book? Yes. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Thunk. Da, 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 It's funny too because, you know, we're the warrior of light, and here light is the evil. How'd you fare? Did my colleagues help you form a clearer picture of this world and its people? Yes, it seems you were treated to a most thorough introduction. I understand it was something of a chore, but 'twas necessary that you grasp these things before we proceed. As for the Crystal Tower's origin, well, you may have noted that details were sparse. The structure is, in fact, the selfsame one that you know from the source, transported to the first in its entirety. It was my first attempt at breaching the boundaries between worlds, something of a trial run for your eventual crossing, and although I do not know which era I tore it from, I do know that its arrival served to set the wheels of fate in motion. White oak chest gear. You've done as I've requested. I learned something of the world in which you find yourself now. Now, it's time I fulfilled my half of the bargain and explained what's happened to everybody. That is a conversation I would rather have in my private quarters, though. I must go on ahead to the tower and organize a few things, but I shall see that the guard knows to admit you. Tower's gate lie open then? Well, yes. It can be open and closed just like any other. Does that seem strange? I mean, I know not how the tower functioned in your time, but I assure you, there's no danger of us being locked inside. Onward! Ba, ba, ba. Purdy. Now, we've seen the inside of this before when we were in the Crystal Tower.
Why would they do this?
Hello? How are we?
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard. I have much to explain.
Sushi, what's going on? How we doing?
In doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind. Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow scions.
Yeah.
To put it simply, they are here in the first.
Excuse me. Not too bad.
Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the source. In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the first.
Oh, wow.
And the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted. That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence. And thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time.
Uh-huh.
As for your companions, however, Yustola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told.
Jeez.
Tancred's count stands at 5. Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived in the first for almost a year.
Okay.
My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well.
How we doing tonight, Sushi?
As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Though they may appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are, in truth, merely spirits that one can see and touch. Consequently, while you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here, unable to return.
You're a jerk. For now. What have they been doing? Well, it's a valid question.
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least.
So you played with time that you didn't know how to understand, and you got my dudes trapped.
Success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift.
Which is?
In that chaotic no man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future. That which would one day come to pass.
Destruction!
In his vision of tomorrow, the first was rejoined with the source. This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity.
Oh,
and
sweet.
The deaths of countless multitudes.
Great.
Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die.
Great.
And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the first, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity. Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events. And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips. I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and You need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home.
I mean, you kind of caused them to be here to start with. I mean,
What
that's...
say you? Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
I mean, he's at least, to be fair, he's at least telling us, right? I mean, sucks, but I mean, he's at least telling us. For the moment. Not saying I'm going to trust you to the end.
Excellent. You will not regret this.
You've got the whole Palpatine thing going on.
With that settled, we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
Okay, I guess. Do 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 do. The Crystarium boasts a number of residential districts, but I have been informed that a room has just become available at the Pendants, which, as it turns out, is perfect. Our path there will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give my own introduction to their wares. Come along. What if I don't want to go to the market? Little Piggy went to market and didn't come back. Oink, oink, oink. I know. I have issues. I get it. Anyway. Excuse me.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. What you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here.
Does my gill from my world work in your world? Better, otherwise we're gonna have words.
Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gill you carry will serve you well enough.
There
Each
you go.
nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gill, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gill become common practice. From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gill here, or near enough not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you.
Uh-oh. No idea what that is. Looks like a cell phone. She's like,
But I
I'm
fear
so
it would not be
disappointed.
practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your home world. Avan Kerm Sin?
Are you there, my friend?
Yes, I'm here. Of course I'm here. What amusements do you have for me today?
It's a pixie!
My dear Feo Ul, paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task. This fine lady is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from her home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
No! You're gonna make me jump back and forth? What the heck?
You came from beyond, didn't you? From
Why is
beyond the rift.
Why is Tinkerbell Irish?
How wonderfully exciting. What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did. You've the heart of a pixie, you do.
No, Tinkerbell's a blonde. This is clearly a redhead.
After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance.
Clearly.
Make a pact with me and the fun can begin.
What if I don't want to make a pact with you? You
But
scare
answer
me a little
this,
bit.
Traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails?
I would hope so.
Just as I thought. Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass. From this moment forth, I will be your Isnefis, and
Your
you
beautiful
my
branch.
Snayak.
Adoring
Like the
sapling.
branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other.
Oh boy.
Raise your hand.
No, it's a trap. I'll raise my sword. He's like, no, go ahead. Totally do it. I tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Doing!
Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling.
I'm a sapling!
Come then. Make your request.
Ah,
Tell
her
me your
red-
desire.
Her
I
red-headed
must visit this
Irish
world of
cousin.
yours.
Yes. It's a red herring tackle. It's fine.
Mayhap her message to your friends in the Source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Send a message to Taru. She'll let let everyone know.
Consider it done.
Whee!
As you heard, that was Feo Uld of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium.
She's an interesting one.
Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Go on.
We were gonna try. Oh, you're taking me away from the markets. What if I want to look at the weapons? You punk. As a result of your pact with Fae, you now have access to delivery moogles, market boards, and summoning bells whilst in the fist. All the things I do not use. Apothecary, culinarian, tools. Market board, retainer, melder, of course, and Edith. The one that's just Edith always just cracks me up. What you doing here? My name is Edith. Go away. Okay, jeez. No need to be such a jerk. Ah, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You have a private room here at the Pendants for the duration of your stay, to make use of as you see fit. When you're ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray, rest, and recuperate. And we shall reconvene at the ocular noon. I believe that covers all of the practical concerns. It's nighttime, but it's day. Thank you for answering my call, Erwin. We are denied the comforting blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. Pleasure to meet you, miss. Welcome to your new home at the Pendants. Your room is ready if you care to retire. Okay. It's a big room. And look, I got apples and wine. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I like the stove. This is nighttime. You.
You.
It's gonna be our Dark Warrior, isn't it? Yep.
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the source.
Yep. The Warrior of Darkness. I know you. I know you.
What? Did you just... You can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, gods, how long has it been?
A couple years, I guess.
That was what I called myself in your world.
The Warrior.
The Warrior of Darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source. A daft one, looking back.
Twit.
If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood. We thought our home doomed.
So we listened.
And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source and try to hasten their goddamned ardor.
Do 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 do.
I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia. How she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the first.
Mamaphilia!
The flood was poised to swallow Norvrant. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away. Leaving me to bear witness.
Then you should man up.
Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood?
Oh God. You're talking...
$100 years.
Ooh,
100
someone's getting...
years.
Someone's getting a... Okay, so this adds a little bit more to it. So Minfilia was the oracle to the children's story that we saw. Ah, sucks to be you, buddy.
My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift.
I mean, maybe. But then again, maybe you could direct us in path and...
I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges.
That's because you psycho.
Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me?
Because I'm freaking awesome!
What are you even doing here, come to that?
I'm here to fix what you effed up. I'm not just the warrior of light, sucker. I can be the warrior of all things.
Summoned to save the first.
Yeah, about covers it.
Waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it.
Well, you're an idiot.
Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured.
I want your bloody...
If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end.
Maybe. I'm gonna walk through this wall now.
Well,
Ha ha ha.
I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Whoosh. Is he Casper the Friendly Ghost? Or maybe he's one of the uncles. She's entombed. Yes? What say you? Dum dum da da dum. Squish, squish, squish. No rest for the weary. What are we doing? We don't know. We're getting story, okay? We're getting context. That's what we're doing. Well then.
Ah, how did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest.
Rest? No. Do you realize I have a ghost following me now thanks to you? I had a ghostly visitor.
I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to let me know.
He's like, oh, okay.
Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts.
Here, I've given you a map. It's a new map.
This map shows the lands of Norvrand, the only area to be spared the flood of light.
We
The
are here.
Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland.
Lakeland? Like Lakeland, Florida?
To the north is the fairy kingdom of Ilmeg. That is where you'll find Urianger.
Why am I not surprised?
To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest.
That doesn't surprise me either, because she wants to learn about the history.
Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty.
Okay.
As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium.
I mean...
Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness. For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armorang.
Of course she did. She's like, I want to fight!
They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters. In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on our foe.
Whee! There goes a scroll.
So, will it be Calusia or Armorang? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you've made your decision. and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount.
I mean, I kind of want to go to Alisei.
Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of sin-eaters. Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
Of course they will. I mean, Thancred was the first one there, so I mean, so he's been there forever and a day? We should probably do something about this real quick. Don't mind me, we're just gonna clean up some stuff. Okay. Gives us a little bit of room. Not a lot, but I mean it gives us some. Accurate representation of your goodie. So some of this stuff is just junk. Well, what I would call junk. That's fine. I want to go say Alisei. Aliyal. Sure. She impressed upon me how regrettable the timing of her summoning was. Repeatedly. I'm sure she did. I only hope that my part in sending you to her will garner me some measure of forgiveness. Here, this is a letter of introduction addressed to a man named Cassard, the master of the merchant caravan. There are a few who know the ways of the desert as well as he does. Find him at the Amaro launch, and he will see to you that you reach your destination. Wait, I can accept them both at the same time? I mean, I kind of don't want to. I think we'll just leave. I'm gonna do one at a time. Where am I going? I don't know. We're going to the right. That's where we're going. My mount is not available at this location. Rude. I want my mount. You've come looking for work. I have another. Oh, wait. Dude, I have a letter. Oh, I'm so hoping to meet someone. Are you? Okay, then I'll be your guide. I was about to set off for the outpost there, and as a matter of fact, so we can leave right away, assuming you've got everything you need. I just... Ugh. You can now travel to speak with the dude tamer to fly to the desert. You can also use your Aether Compass to assist with locating Aether currents in new regions. The Aether Compasses can be found under the collection. Okay, well, we kind of already have the... We have that bound. We're good. Oh!
Arang. From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath, Arang once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Armarang meant majestic land in the language of his people. And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
Oh, no matter how many times I come here, the cold never fails to catch me off guard. The sky might be bright as the scorching hours of the day, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. Now, the Exarch's letter said I was to take you to the inn at Journey's Head, which is where this Alisaeus friend of yours is staying. But that's a pretty far distance, so I propose to make a stop in Morg Sorg to break up the trek. Allow me to attend some business, and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Right. We head southwest, straight as an arrow. Lodorito. Before you start pursuing these goods, I should point out that they're going to Morgsad, not for sale, in other words. Jerk. No. I wish I could go back to the Crystarium. I mean, that dude right over there said he'd take you. Also, hang on. 200 and something things southwest. Look at the cactar dudes. The giant tenders. They look funky. Oh, now that makes sense. Do 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 do. Oh, hello. We will take this. Hi. Stop here for a moment. This is your first visit, is it not? Before you cross the river, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that. Okay. What are we looking at? The old structure. Why are we looking at it sideways? That's bugging me. They built them big, didn't they? A fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of northern Alec. Seeing what was left behind, I believe that when they say that it was once the Norvod's mightiest nation. At least until the flood came along. Great chunks of Nabin Argent's lands were lost to the light. Its great city included. A few who survived didn't see much point in staying. Well, most, anyway. No. They've come Not many choose to come here nowadays, not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than an Amaro roost for me and my caravan. But not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Wait till you see the Morag Sock. Let us press on, shall we? Look at the bones to the west. Windmills. Look, what I see is an aetheryte up here, okay? That's the first thing. Here we are, Morg Soul, by the blessed shadow. I love this town. Morg Soul is not just full of Mord, but humans and all manner of others too. It has long been a refuge of folk displaced by the flood, so population is nothing if not diverse. Oh, have you met a Morg before? They might look like shifty little blighters, but more welcoming than a lot that you'd ever wish to meet. Speaking of which, you should pay respects to Master Ginjin. I'll go ahead and let him know that we've arrived. Greetings. Buy something to help me feed my son. He's grown big, strong, yada yada yada. I mean, I've talked to you. You're being rude. I tried to offer myself to you, and you're being a jerk. Right. Let's look at our weapons. It's worse than we already have, so I mean, actually, we have one of these already. All good things must go through an aetheryte. Ooh, Skywatcher. Those are those guys that can make things go from night to day or something like that, right? Or they watch the times. I want to talk to him. What do you do? Wise woman once said that she who does not pay heed to the skies will most surely get wet. Sound advice, if you ask me. What would you like to hear about? Oh, it's just this. Okay. So you show me weather. Got it. Material supplier. Ron. Do you like your food warm and wiggly? Not normally. Warm? Yeah. Wiggly? I don't think so. You can keep the wiggle to yourself. We do the wiggle. We do the wiggle. We do the do 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 do. Jin. Oh, excuse me. That's a kobold. They're like, who are you and what are you?
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about. Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Maud's.
More souk.
Souk is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Armorang. You'll find all from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too. Many of them rare. As I told you before, not many visit Armorang by choice, but Maud Souk's a different story. Merchants come from miles around to purchase the relics the Maud dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Maud do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value.
Yes,
That
yes.
is why they come here, come from far away.
It is
come
so
with
good.
much money.
Come with much money.
And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
Ooh, excuse me.
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Maud philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed. Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals.
Nah.
And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
As the good Maud says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense. A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Verbert gold? Real Verbert gold?
Oh? Oh? I once!
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Oh no, you want my goods, newcomer. I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Over here!
Come and look.
Mine! 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 Mine!
Enough of that! Calm, I say! This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots.
Chastise him.
Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
The only one not over there. He's like, hi. All of them returning like dejected. Oh, excuse me. Hi, Ron. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out the food stuff to inspect our art. Plump white worms slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wiggler, you'll never want any other treat. Yummy. We call that moosh loaf. The middle is stuffed with the bittersweet fruit cactus fruits, so even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. That's my ever-burning bounty, made with the best parts of a lizard, cured with specialty spices. Some find the smell challenging, but it'll be warm and chill you up on a winter night. Frog legs? We call those chewy skewers. Find small frogs hiding under rocks, stick them with a stick. Roast over a fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the end. Perfect for a snack. Yummy. They all look tasty, yes? Which will you choose? Choose. We'll take the moose loaf, actually. It's either the moose loaf or the lizard. Definitely not the slugs. You have the gold, and done. One verbal honor buys you 40 loaves of bread. Like, ew? Forty might be a tad excessive. Yeah, that's it. Heave. Blah. Consider your corn purse correct. I'm pleased to accept your custom, and Gengen will be pleased that you've all honored us. Don't mind me, I'm not going to throw up. Keeping the merchandise down? Yes, yes, no returns. Blech. Oh. Oh, excuse me. I was watching Erwin. You honored our custom and with great relish. You will always be welcome in Mord Sulk. If you need anything in Amman, we are here to provide. Give me your experience. Courage, my friend. They're more exotic than harmful, but I don't envy the bellyache you'll have tomorrow. Right. Now that you've eaten, I expect you'll be eager to get back on the road. Do you mind if we delayed our departure a touch? I have a few deals left to close before we can get out of here. Yeah, sure. Oh, offering your services. Well, an assistant would certainly hurry up. Can you go be my errand girl and pick up stuff at the market? You may view the market receipt at any time during this quest by using the relevant item in the key items. That is not the thing I wanted to hit. Thuntan. We need to find Thuntan. The Thorn, or whatever the frick dude's name was. We don't want Ron. We want Mill. Where's Thorn? We want Thorn. There's a guy we want. There were two things that... Oh, the other one's Thor Tall. Momo? I think I need this one. Or not. Okay. So we've got Mill. We need the other Knoll Thornish dude. Nope, not you. Dun, dun, da, da, da. Do, 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 do. Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? Actually, like, where are you hiding? Did I clearly have missed Mill? Mender? I mean, this isn't right, but I'm going to try to take it anyway. I am... Oh, wait. Who are you? Doesn't matter who you are. You don't have anything. You don't have anything. You're a jerk. Go away. I don't want to talk to you. Okay, now I just feel cheated. I know this isn't the right thing, but you know what? I'm just gonna try to pick up everybody's stuff. Because I'm not seeing the thing that I want. So it's either under someone else's name, or it's back behind one of these little nooks and crannies. That's a possibility, I suppose. We already know that this isn't it because we selected this one, but we'll go to pick it up again. No, hands off, not mine. We know the crate's not his. Ah, here he is. Here it is. Oh, the neck. We'll see how long I last tonight. Okay. Don't tell me you've been around the whole thing already. Yes, some of us are faster than you, because you suck. And we totally didn't go to the same people 5 times before we found it. Oh, thanks. Quick work, too, considering you've set foot in the place before. I thought you wanted to sit in the city like Exarch, but something tells me you're no stranger to visiting lands. Unfortunately, your efficiency presents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you return, but there's been a problem. I have to drag in my middleman to sort this mess out. Sorry to make you sit around and twaddle your thumbs. Gassard. Hello? Melbert! Ouch. Thank God. This lady's on her way to meet up with Alice. I'm supposed to be taking her to your corner of the desert, but I misplaced my order, commandeered by... things. Exclamation point, death minus... Wait, I know who you are. They told me so much about you. You're Erwin, aren't you? Wait, do you know me? I knew it! How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all these stories. I'm Tasleen. I work as a carer at the inn. I've gotten to know Alice quite well since she took up guard duties there. Do you want me to take over as Erwin's guide? My shopping's all done and packed off for the road. So it'd be fine. Oh, thank you, lass. Well, it looks like you'll be able to head straight out after all. Caravan and I will be in the area for a while. Seek me out when you've had your fill, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium if you want. Roger, roger. So Mel, how'd you do on your test? Or are we not talking about it? I haven't had a chance to look at Discord. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. I bring up bitter things. First is bad. You failed by a close margin? Well, now you know what to study for, though, right? Did you feel you were prepared, or was it like, ooh? I hate taking tests. It's like, okay, oh, hello. First is not getting distracted. First is not getting distracted. First is totally getting distracted. Hi. Yes. Please tell my son that I order you to stop. I mean, okay. I need to clean up some quests. and by clean up, we clearly mean abandon. Yeah, screw it, that's fine. The tests are randomized, but I'm going to retake it next Friday. They had case studies on the test, and I always suck at case studies. So what would you do in this situation? Nothing. Because I would look at it and say, you know what? You are SOL. You're on your own. Peace out, suckers. That's what I would do. But I'm also an awful person, so. Hell. I don't know if I'd have the patience to deal with full-scale IT. I lose my patience at people at work. I mean, I'm patient, but I'm patient in the way that makes me want to beat them. As all good IT people are. I mean, I legit have had my boss be like, hey, come here, something's, and again, I work right over by her, so, hey, I'm having problems with XYZ. Most of the time it's her email. Her email
God, what
is that thing. That is a thing. It's a happy cactar. Aren't you glad to see it? So I have legit had my boss. She refuses to put certain documents on the network. That way they can be backed up every day. That's what the network is for. We have a backup. Well, one of the reasons. She refuses to do it because she doesn't want anyone else to access that. Forget the fact that I can set them up so that it's hidden so she doesn't have to worry about that. No. I only want it on my desktop. Whatever. Until she saves over top of it by accident. And it's like... Then it's... My computer's messing up. Wait, what? What do you mean your computer's messing up? My file's gone. And I look, I said, it's right there. No, that's got this, it's got this on it again. I said, did you save over top of it? Well, yeah. Well, why'd you do that? That's supposed to, I thought I was on the right one. And I know what she's doing because she gets goofy because her laptop is also a touch screen. And I know for a fact, I've watched her do it. And she'll go, look, I'm showing you, and she'll touch the icon, change the name, and then click save. It's like, you can't do, no, stop. I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Are you lost? Yeah, your dad said, stop working, come home. I order you. I need something to show for my efforts. All the scrambling, all the searching, still nothing. You came here to stop me, but if I refuse, your job will not be finished, will it? That won't do either. Wait, I have an idea. Help me find my shiny. Ooh, shinies? My job will be over. I can rest. Yes. Error 101, user error. It just... I mean, sometimes I get some things are like legit problems. Okay. Look under the rubble and find whatever is there to be found. Maybe it'll be valuable. Maybe not. Either way, let's keep searching until we get at least one shiny. Meredith, how we doing tonight? But yeah, it just blows my mind sometimes of the stuff that of the stuff that we all deal with people who think they know computers, and then you ask them why they did that, and they're like, I don't know. I'm like, then why did... Wait, You're clicking stuff, but you don't know why you're clicking. Yeah. Why would you do that? I thought that's what I was supposed to do. No! That's not what you do. You don't just click random buttons hoping that you find something. I mean... The amount of times I've had to like go back over to a computer because of user error, not like the actual server had a hiccup. And it's the same thing. First, how many must die before you are satisfied? I mean, it's such a trope. Have you turned it off and on again? Right? It is such a freaking meme in the IT world. Have you turned it off and on again? Have you turned it off and on again? Yes. But I've had guys 20 feet away, 20, 25 feet away from me be like, hey, my thing stopped working. Like, okay, what'd you do? Nothing. Have you rebooted your computer yet? No, why would I do that? Turn it off. Okay, now turn it back on. Oh, it's working. No, Sherlock. Oh, this looks special. Such pretty patterns. I've never seen anything like this. But how much is it worth? I don't know. I'm an expert at finding history, not a historian. Maybe we should ask someone. Once we sell it, we should divide the profits between us. Ha ha ha. Work as a team. Half for you, half for me. Fair is fair. I just want the Aether current. Okay. It's all I really care about. But why doesn't it do what I wanted it to do without me having to do all these complicated things? It's one of those things of... My favorite is when I'm told, well, the computer should know what I want. No. It's not the way the software works. You realize it's programmed, right? You have to put an input in to get an output. If you don't do the first step correctly, you're an idiot. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get up that. Okay. It's just that stuff of my brain goes, huh? You're doing what and why? And sometimes the sarcastic side of me just, it doesn't stay quiet. It just pops out. It's like, boop. It's like, oop, I boop. Trying to figure out if I still want to play Starfield or Battlefield. Oh my god. Words. BG3. Baldur's Gate. I'll think of it, I swear. Most will leave you okay if you keep your distance. The local coyotes learn to prey on folk. Swing the sword well enough to fend them off, but I may have loaded myself down too many brigands today. I think you can handle any beast that I mean, sure. I guess I am your patsy. Computers do exactly what you tell them to do. But I told it I want to do what I wanted. No, computers do exactly what you tell them to. Assuming you don't have a virus, yes. I'm like, why isn't my... Oh, right, I don't have... And then the computer turns into Skynet. It's okay. Skynet is our friend. We welcome our Skynet overlords. And if you don't, well, you're just messed up. So who told you to attack Skynet? Look, at some point the robots were just like, you know what? I'm done with this fool. Same for the version 5s and iRobot. Duncan, how are we doing tonight? Look, you can't tell me Johnny 5 did anything wrong. Johnny 5's alive. We don't screw around with Johnny 5. It was told to protect people from other people. Skynet concluded the best way to do this is not to have people. Ergo, it did what it was told. You know what? I honestly, to be fair, I'm just going to believe you, Merilith, because I actually don't know what the command was of Skynet. I just always assumed it was... Is that actually true? All right, now we have to look. I feel like this needs to be. Did Skynet have a command? Human decisions were removed from strategic defense. The system then became self-aware at 2:14 Eastern Time on August 27th, 1997. From the Terminator Wiki. Hang on. Upon its creation, Skynet began to learn at a geometric rate. The system originally went online August 4th. Became self-aware on August 29th. Under the guidance of General Cyber Research Systems, continued work. Skynet was completed before. Skynet mainframe was connected to the worldwide military communication networks that it would control. During this time, Skynet was connected to the worldwide civilian sector network and began learning geometrically, quickly becoming self-aware. Identifying humans as a threat to its existence, Skynet developed a super virus, which it used to spread itself throughout civilian communications and across the internet to take control. Air traffic control, power plants, communications, and computers affected first, and Skynet used the super virus to take out military satellites. Early warning systems. The virus proved hard to destroy as it had one central point which it was relying upon. The virus kept changing and evolving. Skynet went back online. Okay. 5 years from now, there's going to be a machine war. 1997. Sushi. 1997. When I was testing out DLSS, did I turn off VSync? I don't remember. I think I did. I think I did, or it wouldn't let, or it turned it off automatically. I would have to load the game back up to see. Future War, past Future War. You gotta turn it off manually for it to work. Well, I'll have to take a look. Because, I mean, again, my eyes aren't the greatest when it comes to how much better does something look visually on something. I mean, it would have to be a really noticeable difference for my lame eyes to see it. Not much has been home. Handful of creators. The Afflicted. You don't know. Look, I don't know anything about this place. Oh, look at her. She's got a sad face on her. She's like, oh, you poor pathetic thing. I don't think I've met anyone besides Aliseo who was unfamiliar with our situation. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone. I might leave out something obvious, so it may be less to have Aliseo give you the full explanation. Yeah, I'll have to look, Mel. I don't remember. Is it like a noticeable difference? I don't know if it's going to give me a noticeable difference. I'm gonna claim stupidity and say it's not going to give me a noticeable distance. But that's because, you know, I have issues. Where is she? You're noticing an upgrade. But you're more keen to that crap. So like what's different? You could wait, I suppose. Why not just go and surprise her? She usually takes things from the watchtower first. You might be able to catch her there. If not far, head out south and see it soon. So, I mean, it probably doesn't help that the area that I was in, I felt kind of, oh, look at that. I felt was already kind of like crisp and clean. I was inside of one of the clubs in like Neon. Yeah, we'll get there, but I kind of see this over here, and now we're gonna come over here and we're gonna grab this because I seize it. And if I don't get it now when I seize it, I'm gonna forget, and then we're gonna be all crap out of luck. So I'll have to check. You probably have to turn VSync off first before, huh? Because I don't think it gives you the option to turn it. I don't know. Spot fresh footprints on the sand. They look about the right size. We're gonna stalk our friend. Small footprints. They lead northwest. Ba-da-da-da-da. Curious to log into Final Fantasy 14 in a few and turn up fully with this new card and see how it looks. I don't even know if it gives you the option for it. I'd have to back out the login window. Just because I feel like attacking you. There are more tracks here, but they end in a mess of disturbed sand. You don't want to come around this place. Yodelay-hoo. I want to climb the crystals. Oh, it's one of our friends.
Back here!
Is that... It can't be.
Take a guess what the highest DPS weapon is in the game with the right skills. Bow. Impressive. The cutter?
Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about.
She's like, yeah.
I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner.
I heard there's a time shift thing. I'm gonna go with the tractor. What's up?
How are you?
Do you want a hug? Also, what game are we talking about, Mel? Because, I mean, to be fair. Why are we going to a graveyard?
We've fought them to a standstill then. The Exarch did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then. I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphino must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Urianger were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived.
Oh, really? That is hilarious.
I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least. When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them. But we still haven't found a way to reverse the summoning. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Urianger's vision.
Yeah, there's that small problem.
He may use
My
10
death.
words where one would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal. But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims.
Downside is that you have to be super close. No, I'll take my sniper weapon. I'll take my little sneaky sneak, sit back, and go pooh. And then I'm gonna have nuclear bows.
The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation.
I mean, yeah.
As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters.
Yeah.
That great wall of white is a remnant of the flood.
Just throw some dynamite at it.
100 years ago, the balance in the first tipped decisively in favor of light. From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day, and then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam. A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant was spared.
It's actually pretty cool looking.
For the most part, living things are composed of ether of various different aspects. But when exposed to such a flood, Their etheric harmony is shattered,
Each
and their
one of
natural
the uses
form
it
breaks
generates a
down.
hit, so you get multiple hits with the right spec. You can actually start fires on what you're attacking.
Then they either perish or are warped into mindless abominations.
Can I walk into it? I mean, I'm the warrior of light, right? Shouldn't it be a thing?
Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach. But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger Sin Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether and triggering the birth of new monstrosity.
Sweet.
They
We
are
become
creatures of
spawnlings.
that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason. Which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them.
Kill them all. So now we're going to become warriors of dark.
The infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
Ooh, there goes my knee. Ouch, 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 ouch. It's just a matter of time. More for some, less for others. This patients will all become monsters at the end. To add insult to injury, the afflicted are feared, shunned, cast out. They've become lepers. The one good thing that I would have to say about this hellish place is that it has served me well as a training ground. Tesslina and her others have also been kind enough to share their knowledge of the Sin Eaters, which is knowledge I can now share with you while you help me finish my patrol, of course. I never said I was going to help you. Here's what we'll do. I'll take the east side, you clear the west. That way you can have an undiluted experience with the resident terrors. These marks on your map are where the trouble spots usually are. You can assume that any beast with a white hide or carapace is the Sin Eater, but you'll know for sure soon enough as they come slavering after your aether. Remember, kill or be killed. Once you've slain whatever is prowling out there, we can rendezvous at the northern entrance. Good hunting! Attacking innocent creatures again? I mean, does that look innocent to you? I mean... Hey, Fruity. How we doing tonight, my dear? Are we glad that it's Friday? I has question. Okay. I have answer. Maybe. What are my class levels? I don't know if I want to tell you what my class levels are. Because whatever you change them to, I'm gonna die here. This is a setup question if I've ever heard one from you. First has an answer, BS. You know what, Mel? You suck. That didn't work as intended. So what are my class levels? Samurai is level 80? High 70? How do I Character. Oh. There you go. DOW tab. Look, I don't know how to do these things. I am a very stubborn person when it comes to things. I do not know. Here, move that over there so I can still run. Here's the problem. Well, there's lots of problems. How
Have fun storming the castle.
Alright, so I'm gonna do you. I don't know what my commands are. This is so bad. This is so bad. No! Oh no! I'm taking stuff out. Oh shit! No, I'm just gonna stand here. Screw it. I have no idea what I'm hitting. This is fantastic. This is awful. You? Sure. You? I don't know what the I have no idea what each of the what the things are. There. Fruity's plotting? Oh, of course Fruity's plotting. I have no idea how to combat on this in this freaking thing. None. You took my controller away. Only for a short time more though. I should put that bad boy on cooldown. Be like, take this. How'd you fare? Well, I mean, we didn't have anything big to fight, so... and I thought it might be one or two lurking on differences. Nothing out of the ordinary for this area. I expect you noticed yourself, but inadvertently, these lesser sea eaters are no more deadly than your natural predator might be you encounter in the desert. It's when they appear in numbers they pose a threat. Much like the void scent, they have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. Thus, when a powerful sin eater goes on the hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of the weaker kin. Imagine an army of such creatures descending on a village or a hamlet. That's the basic idea behind my patrols. Cull their ranks often enough that their numbers won't be overwhelmed when the big ones come out to play. And you've certainly helped on that front. Let's report our victories to Telesane, shall we? See, my controller scheme makes sense with how I play. I'll say it tells me it's out on the patrol. Thanks. And my apologies for leading you from one battle to another. Me? Plot? I would never! I'm appalled you would even think such a thing. Still lurking. In any case, I'm glad to see if you two found each other. You have no idea how badly Alicel missed your company. Everything is always, if Erwin would hear, she would do this. That's an exaggeration. I don't sound like that either. I was simply trying to view matters from another perspective, and I respect Erwin's methods. Honestly, after seeing her in action, I can understand why. The way she leaps into the fray without hesitation, it really is something to behold. And I might be a little smitten myself. I'm only teasing, though I've no doubt she deserves all the admiration she gets, just as you do. I have my purdy ears on. Do. Timer. I love the delay to welcome my meal. Put duties off. Excuse me. Twiddle our thumbs while you work? Surely not. I could do with a hand. Thanks. While we do that, I could tend to a few patients, perhaps. There are three in particular. This is going to be painful. Modless? For what? Starfield? I haven't put a mod in it yet, so I mean, I don't know what... I haven't had any... Yeah, see, you've modded your Starfield. I haven't. So to me, it's fine. I mean, I no longer have a dump room in my ship. My ship is clean, thank you very much. I have a box that has infinite storage that I've dumped everything into. I was playing... He remains utterly still as he wipes sand from his cheek. The texture of his skin hardened to something akin to plaster. It's totally not. Good, good. I knew they'd enjoy meeting you. I'm concerned about him, though. I'll have to speak with the other cares, but I think his time is near. We shall leave you to have that discussion then. I was going to take Erwin to Morksod if you have any errands that need doing. Well, I suppose there is one thing. Would you pick up a nectarine from the markets, please? The caravan just passed through, so Ron should have some fresh fruit. All right, Erwin, come on. To the markets! Yeah, I have not touched... I have not touched outposts at all. Haven't even put one down. I know you can put it down, and I've seen the button that says, hey, you can put down or I've seen the button inside the Veal that says click for outposts, and I clicked it once by accident, but I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Given how richly you cracked my coin purse, I might still owe you food. Here, take this one free of charge. God, I've never seen a Mord merchant give away something for nothing before. How much coin did you spend? Oh yes, I'll take a jar of honeyed worms as well. Oh no, they're not for me. It's an offering of sorts. The worms, if you please. Only the best wigglers for you. Come again, my friends. Alrighty then. That's the shopping chores taken care of. Let's head past the Aetheryte to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from the very top. Here are your precious worms. That buys us a trip to the top of the tower, does it not? You glazed wigglers! You actually brought them? I shouldn't have let you, but just this once. All right, go. Never fails, shall we? Look, it's a create windmill.
Look, over there, where the wall is broken. Do you see what lies beyond?
I was going to say it looks like water, but...
That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty, white nothingness. Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance. That nectarine you bought. It's Halric's favorite fruit.
Oh. Painful as Fallout 4 unmodded?
Most of the patients, Halric included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters.
I mean...
But their fate was...
Yeah, but you can add a lot of fun when you put in crossbows and bow and arrows.
And their very essence.
Nuclear arrows. All kinds of good stuff.
The twisted state
And
of the world
there's
itself
so many things that you can do with
normal
modded Fallout.
A person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true. Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn. Tesleen and the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over.
Have fun being a conjurer.
The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food. In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals.
I'll have to see what a conjurer is.
I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough. But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed?
Yeah, you left me. Remember?
Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons.
I'm sure you did.
But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield. So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here.
Noble.
And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless.
Yeah. Run around Boston with spray and pray. Yeah.
We're headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
That was the first gun that I remember. I got that gun from killing the first time I've ever gotten that gun was from killing the Mirelurk Queen. That was an interesting fight. I don't think you know what you did to me, Fruity. On second thought, yeah, you do. You know exactly what you did to me. Oh, we have a problem. We can't actually turn in the quest. So how are we supposed to... Yeah, I gotta think about this. Okay, so I can technically go back to the other areas. Conjurer. That's a white mage, right? So that's... Right? Conjurer is a white mage? Or is it a black mage? It's a white mage, right? We need to go back a little bit. Conjurer technically becomes white mage. Okay. Couldn't equip any of that shit anyway. Let's come over here. I'm assuming there's going to be a quest in here for our thing. Yeah. how trial by wind. What is trial by wind? I think I just need to be a higher level. Okay. I am so lost. I mean, clearly. This is not lost on anybody except for me. 'Cause I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I'm a lowly level 6 character. I'm good. Everybody loves me. Where's the ladybug? I'm gonna take out a ladybug. Hey, yeah! Take that. This feels wrong. Poor little squirrel. Oh man, that's right. I can't run around with... Huh. No, I could probably... What level is she? 9. I ain't got anything that low. How do I do This is how bad it is for me, seriously. Yeah, I can't do shit. Yeah, we're doing great. Hang on. I have food. We have things that we can get more, right? Oh, can you imagine if I had to, like... This is painful. Take on a level 12 tree. I know that I've heard people say that conjurers can be strong. This is painful. There. Bite tree. 500. I mean, not the worst. Stop walking first. Give me another tree. Okay, fine. We'll take the ground squirrel. I want to know what the next spell is. Oh, ground squirrels are worth 120 experience. I mean, it's not awful. Die, squirrel, die! Ha ha ha! Should be, I think, two more people should probably have us. And for anyone that might be new here and wondering why I say we're doing, you know, ShadowBringers, but I'm on a level 9 white mage, just because someone redeemed a change class. So I have to change class for at least 5 minutes. So I tend to do it as, hey, change class and try to gain a level if possible. So we gained a level. Medika? What does Medika do? Sounds like a heal. Restores own HP and HP of all nearby party members. Cackles. It's all good, Fruity. I'll get you back later. But you made my person stronger. Now she's only 70 levels lower than my primary. I want you to learn about the element of wind. Greetings. It is time we meet. The part of a conjurer befits you to ever better. In a previous lesson. Ow! Why'd you jump?
Because I wasn't expecting you to do that.
You'll make me into a white mage. It's funny. So I played Neverwinter for a while, and I actually mained a healer. Travel to Flowercomb in the East Shroud and seek the teachings of Hero Wolfie. The scant few years have passed since her coming of age. Wolfie is a conjurer of consummate skill who's able to divine the will of air elementals with uncommon clarity. I can recommend no better tutor for your lessons in the mysteries of wind. So, which is funny because I actually really enjoyed. Also, why am I? I actually really enjoyed the white maid. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we can do this. Ooh, maybe. Dude, I am gonna die. It's fine. We got this. When are you gonna come back in and teach me, Fruity? That's the real question. Because, I mean, we all know I'm like absolutely helpless when it comes to certain things. Also, oh, guys, I came across a really neat, we're gonna call it a mod for Final Fantasy 1. Someone took the time as a passion project to completely rewrite Final Fantasy 1. In Unity, and it's called Final Fantasy Resistance. Now, I took a look at a little bit of it. I haven't downloaded it yet, but basically they take Final Fantasy 1, the original Final Fantasy 1, they fix the bugs and stuff like that that was in there, and there were quite a few. But what's really interesting is they add job classes and all kinds of other stuff like that to the game. So, you know, you can, if you want, you can be a Dragoon, you can be a Dark Knight, you can be a Dancer, and they add skills for all of these things. You can be a Geomancer. So, oh, whoops, I totally wasn't paying attention to my health. And this is what happens when you don't pay attention to your health first. You're too busy talking. Hashtag blame Fruity. Now I'm too stubborn. I want revenge.
You just made a grave mistake.
Uh-huh. You get talking and you lose track of what you're doing. Mistakes occur. However, I want victory. Blames first. First, the only person who can die is a white mage. It's not true. I've died as white mages plenty of times, okay? I don't like having to stand still. It drives me batshit crazy. I'm not doing physical attacks. I'm doing magic. I'm using stone and wind. I mean, if we're talking Final Fantasy 1, well, I mean, there might be some truth to this. I don't have control of small attacks. Oh, fuck. I look at it as the same way as like Final Fantasy Ever Crisis, right? The mobile game that I've been playing. You've got. Stop trying to hit me, you dirty little piece of POS. I want to move around. I so want to move around, it's not even funny. Okay, I'm staying on the path. Staying on the path. Staying on the path. I'm like Dory, Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. What you doing? I don't know. Every other FF game, you attack with the white mage. I mean, sometimes the white mage just needs to attack. I'm just saying. I'm her first student. To the east of Sweet Pear Bloom, there's a small spring giving rise to a pool. Go there and clear the air of a honeybee swarm which lately took up residence in the area. You seem uncertain. Mayhap you wonder at the connection between my request and the subject you study. I sympathize. But trust me, inexperienced though I may seem, this deed will sharpen your understanding of wind. I don't wanna! Team of mimes. Look, a white mage can be very powerful as an attacker, okay? You just have to give him the Mesmune.
Have fun storming the castle.
Time to go blow up Boston. Have fun first. Duncan, have a good time, my friend. Go blow things up in Fallout. Where are we? I want to complete this quest. We are so fudged. Okay, I'm gonna say I have no idea how this teaches me anything about wind. I'm just saying. 2 crits for 2 damage. Those two damage are epic. It's like, hiya! Do you happen to notice that many of them preferred flowers in the vicinity of the spring? I asked because there were none. Strange then, is it not that the bees should choose to congregate there? And what will cause this apparent behavior? Still on your mind to reach out with your senses. Can you feel it? The path of the wind veers from its natural course, sweeping haplessly creatures along its wake. Something is playing havoc with air currents, such as a disturbance by speaks of corruption. Return to the spring and search for pockets of corrupted air. Should you find one, use your powers of conjuring. Really? I mean... I'm right next to it. We have corrupted the air. Oh, shit. Game on, bitches! How many times am I gonna die? Oh, look, he summoned friends. That's fantastic. Yeah, that's just what I want. Uh-huh. You suck massively. Sure, channel your energies. It'll be fun. No, I do not trust you. You are doing a shitty ass job. Oh god. Okay, she's doing a little bit better now. Hiya! Well done. The wind no longer cleans its frustration. Let's return to Full Fellow. She's a short little white mage. I'm white mage shaming. You'll doubtless have noticed that the wind does not strike with the instant crushing force of earth. Instead, it torments one's form, dancing across every surface, leaving 1,000 tiny wounds in its wake. These are the agonies of erosion. Having experienced such pain, you are now intimately acquainted with the wind's capacity for patient destruction. No land is a stranger to its power. When you stand under distant skies and feel the wind's familiar caress upon your skin, remember the lessons you have learned here this day. I suppose I should be grateful that this is the latest elemental disturbance manifested itself. Only the gods know what would have taught you had it not. While it's true that the calamity wrought much harm upon Twelveswood, I need to go back to my master and tell him, look, I did your thing, and then we're going to change back to our samurai and go back to where we're supposed to be. Ba-dum bum ba-da-dum. Dum ba-dum ba-dum ba-da-da-dum. Be patient. As you seek to embrace nature more fully, so will nature hold you more closely. They made you study wind. Why bother? You don't need wind to heal things, whatever those dreary lessons tell you. Conjury is inextricably bound with nature, Sylphie. That dreary lesson is one you should have learned by now. I assume by your presence here that you have once again abandoned your tutors. You must understand, if you persist in casting spells without proper knowledge... I have all the knowledge I need. My mother never needed to embrace nature to heal, and the people she helped were thankful for her art. I'll learn conjury the same way she did, and become just as great a conjurer. You'll see. But I didn't come here to argue with you, brother. I wanted to tell you that I've discovered how to cast rays. How? What were you thinking, girl? You know not what you do, what you risk. You're meddling with forces beyond your comprehension. Should you even attempt to use that spell, I will have no recourse but to strip you of the name conjurer and banish you from our halls. Do I make myself clear? I am now a necromancer. Why must you be so angry with me? It's not as if I were trying to hurt anyone. That's precisely the point. Apologies. I hope you not find constant disruptions. As you just heard, Sylphie's mother was also a conjurer who was unable to use any spells outside of the sphere of healing. Needless to say, Sylphie seeks to emulate her in every way. It's a rare and wondrous talent to heal without relying on the energies of nature, but such power is not born of true conjuring. By all we know of the art, it should not be possible for Sylph to cast rays. I shudder to think what would happen if she tried. I fear my inability to set her upon her true path reflects my own failings as a teacher. I am glad that these failings have not hindered you, whether it be however much you'll grow, however more powerful you become. Remember, ours is a power that's borrowed, not taken. Bum, ba, dum, bum. Level up! I've learned raise. I mean, I can't raise myself, but, you know, I've learned it. Bum, ba, dum, ba, da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 na, na, na. Da, 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 na, na. Da, da, na, na, na. Dun, da, 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 dun, da, 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 na, na, na. You're back. I hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find a nectarine? I did. Alice Hales explained why I needed this, right? I can see it in your eyes. But we may not need it just yet. I spoke with the others, and we decided to keep an eye on Halric for now. Thanks to you, though, if his time does come suddenly, we'll be ready to send him on his way with a taste of happier days. Nothing's going to happen for a little while, so let's just see if we can't lighten the mood. I think it's time to welcome a meal, don't you? Take a seat. I'll make us some stew. We have a quest for stew. What kind of stew is this?
Speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
And you've added something special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
Aye, well, it's not often we have visitors from the Crystarium, so I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs.
Bits and bobs? I'm way too nice on games. I'm like, oh, that was nice of you.
Oh, it's nothing, really. And we do so rarely have guests. In a place like this, you learn to take what moments of happiness you can get. I remember when I first came here with my mother. She was showing the early signs.
Oh, excuse me.
I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel from arms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death. When my mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one.
The nectarine is a symbol of this.
It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place. I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
The Warrior of Darkness?
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrent could tell you a version of it. Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath. Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea. Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Watch him come up behind me and be like, well, you know, there
Which
is a
is
thing.
a good thing, surely. He sounds rather ominous.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
Okay.
They're coming.
Dun, 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 dun.
Desleen!
We have problems!
Have you seen Halric? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Dum dum dum. You made mistakes. So Halfring's gone up. Run. You take the west, I'll take the north, we'll take the south. Yada, 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 yada. Which means we're going to have to come out here and be like, oh. You want a punch in the face. This protein powder should be a sin. Okay. What did you do? It tastes like a Chips Ahoy cookie. Some people like Chips Ahoy cookies. Personally, oatmeal raisin cookies. Mwah. Can't be the good oatmeal raisin cookie. They have to be the soft ones, though. None of those hard oatmeal raisin cookies. Those are just gross. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll eat them, but it's not one of those things I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll have this. It'll be fine. No. No, no. I may be a tad biased, though. Little bit. They also have a Nutter Butter flavor. Nutter Butter? Nutter Butters ain't... They're okay. I'm very stuck in my candy bars and stuff, though. Actually, you can beat it oatmeal raisin, ginger snaps. Not the soft and bendy ones, but the snap. Nah, it's too much ginger. My Mrs. First likes ginger snaps though. I mean, that's one of those cookies that like
But he surely can't
I
have gone far.
might eat some of, but chewy oatmeal raisin cookies, oh, they're to die for.
We should keep looking.
They're so good.
Meters are out in
They're
force,
so
and if we
good,
don't find them
Meredith.
soon, you can be sure they will. Did you see the size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones. Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble.
Ram's fistful of microplane ginger down fist throat. Not enough. Oh. See, what's weird? Okay, so like I like ginger ale, just fine.
There it is.
But
Is that? Oh no! Ulrich!
We have to run!
rip.
Tesling! No!
Well, I mean,
We all deserve happiness. Wherever we can find it. The time left to you is precious. No one should die in pain. Mother, I...
I must now transform. Oh my. It's a cocoon! Interesting and messed up. God, she's a lace.
No, 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 no!
Well, that sucked. Poor girl. There's the sword. Hashtag, see, blame the kids. It's all the kids' fault, guys, see? It's so unfair, always so chewy with pig. We have words without a body. We can't be giving her a proper burial. She cared about that sort of thing. About giving people a chance to say their goodbyes. Harak is as unresponsive as ever. He stands motionless, staring up into the sky where the Sin Eaters made their escape. Alisail's in grief. Yeah, I mean, she just had her friend. Alisail. Alisail. Thank you. I mean, it means a lot. Thanks. You weren't hurt, were ya? Nah. Hurt? It wasn't even a fight. I was too late, too slow, and I thought I could protect you. Can't blame yourself for things beyond your control. You brought Howard back safe and sound. No one could have done any more. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing in my role here. I hope you will forgive me for leaving you, and that you will delay Halrick's last meal for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late, of course. Just give him what time that you can. We always do. Of course, she would have done the same. Farewell, Harik. Keep Teslin's words close to your heart. Wait, you're leaving right now? I understand how you must feel, but surely this is kind of hasty. You don't even have anywhere to go. I need my brother. I have a destination in mind. The light building without cease is the reason we can't save those corrupted by the eaters. But what if we corrected the balance? Even if only a little by little, even if it took years, it would surely make things better. Hold on, everyone knows there's too much light, but how could you ever hope to get rid of it? You'd have to change the whole world. Yup. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the eaters on my own, but I can still use the skills I've gained here to hurt them. Na, na, na. So it's a very interesting dynamic. You know, I mean, we're supposed to be here protecting people, trying to help you. Also, I'm going totally the wrong way, ain't I? Yes, but too late now. Can I climb this? No. Now you've got that thing of, okay, I'm the warrior of light, and here light is the evil side. Things that make you go. Would have made too much sense to go out. Too much sense to go out the stairs on the other side. You just spit on yourself. And that's kind of gross. I think it's funny that they want us to come all the way back here when we could just teleport to the Crystarium, but I know why. Doink! Well, forgive me. I couldn't stay any longer. But I was serious about what I said. While the men and women at the inn battle against the blight with kindness, I needed to do it another way. Is there anything I can get you? Your swiftest armor. I need to return to the Crystarium immediately. As you wish. Ugh. Remind me to wear goggles if we ever fly over it again. Barely gotten the sand out of my eyes. But the wind did help clear my head, at least. I think I'm ready to meet with the Exarch. We should talk about how we're going to wipe the Sin Eaters out. And she's so like, this is what we're doing. No, very matter of fact. Visit Elfnald. Excellent. As I mentioned, your destination is an island off the west coast. You'll need a capable amount of making the journey. Here's a letter of introduction. What are you doing? I don't know. I think my body is about to give out, actually. Is it above me? Is above me. Higher and higher. Because now I want to go talk to that thing. Mainly because I see blue quest, I go, oh, is this like a Hold a minute, sinner. You're not from around here, are you? A fellow wandering soul, eternal inhabitant of the road. Thought so. Aeroliths, the name, my aspirations to travel the whole wide world, though it's a bit smaller than it used to be. It's a lot more realistic than you might think. Danger lurks in every corner. But what I get is this guy poking out of your bag, a log, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yeah, I'm totally not going to do this, but, you know, thanks. The new Ghostbuster movies looks interesting to you. I still haven't seen the new Ghostbusters with the kids that everyone has liked so much, like the reboot or whatever it's called. But I've heard it's good. Yes. Dude, it's all the way on the other side, dude. What the hell? Have you seen it, Sushi, or not? Or nah? Is it good?
The whistling breeze, mute.
Yeah.
Yep. Frozen. Time itself takes a breath. At light's edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting, locked in a moment. Music, faint and fleeting, drifts coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance, beyond the broken earth, a city beckons.
Oh, yeah? Compared to the mainland, sin eaters are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not more dangerous than elsewhere. It's the people you need to be wary of. Hoity-toity, the hoity-toity type. Spy you that city in the distance? That's Elmore, the island's main settlement. It rivals the Crystarium in scale and was once an ally in a great battle against the abominations. Sounds good, Merilith. Have a good night, friend. For years, the Emorian elite have fancied themselves the masters of what remains of our broken world. They've gone so far as to offer the leaders of other settlements their protection if we bend the knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting it mildly. The Crystarium is among many who resist their heavy-handed authority. And while we're not at war, our relationship with them is strained at best. I'm glad we understand each other now. The X-Ray instructed me to divulge a secret that should make finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. If you head south along the coast, you will eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend of the Castarium lives there, a man by the name goes of Iber. Iber keeps an eye on everything that happens in Kashula, and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a sprig of thyme, and it will help him know that you can be trusted. Here, this should be enough. Find your friend. I'll stay here with the Amaro until you're ready to return. Hobgoblin. Okay, so that's fine. Fish, crab, barrel, taste them. What do you got here? Have some time. Oh, I love time. But if that's no, what can I do for you? I can't say there's any major upsets in the past few weeks. I'm looking for my friend. Alpha, I know the one, young champion of the downtrodden. Elmer is richer than all of Nora put together, but it's a different story for those that live outside the city. Most spend every moment just trying to stay alive. I can hazard a guess as to where he is now. Get a message to him, but you'll need somewhere quiet to meet, away from prying eyes. Make for Still 2, that's the fishing village, just up the path there. You're looking for a rundown excuse of a tavern the locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there, Alfie will join you. Alright, guys. Ouch. As much as it pains me, I'm done for the night. My back is not happy with me. So, I'm not going to bed, but I am killing stream. I'm not in a. My back is not happy. It's been not happy most of the day. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go say hello to Lenixel. So we're gonna go that way. We can go visit our friend over there. She's currently playing some Tales of Berseria. If you don't know her, make sure you give her a follow. Well worth it. Lovely individual. Again, I love hanging out on Lynn's stream, guys. If early evening for first, tomorrow is going to be up in the air. That's the reason this whole week has been up in the air for me, because I've been in so much pain. But tomorrow, I think my plan is to go out and see the Marvels with Kiddo at some point. I don't know if it's going to be during the day or the evening, but whatever. In the meantime, everybody have a lovely rest of your Friday evening. Blessings on you, blessings on your families. Let's go say hello to Lenixel. Night, guys. Bye.